All right, boom, we back. We back. Hey, thanks for coming. Thanks. What? Hey, all right, boom, we back, yo. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate your time, man. Zulu Boy 405 here, man. Is hip hop is not under attack. This is what we got to talk about. Young Thug. Okay, so we see Young Thug is locked up. I'm sure y'all know this, the whole situation, right? But now what's really getting on my nerves is the fact that we got people like Kevin Liles who are essentially just co-signing this cat. Don't wonder why things don't change when it comes to the condition of our people, when it comes to the condition of the black experience worldwide. Do not be surprised why things don't change. I can't understand for the life of me how people like Kevin Liles can co-sign, cry about the fact that someone like Young Thug is locked up. For the life of me, I cannot comprehend why there was this right here. Young Thug sends an audio message from jail at the Hot 97 Summer Jam and encourages fans to sign the Protect Black Art petition. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and a lot of times too, it's like if anything, a lot of people will probably even assume I'd be advocating, I'd be wanting this Protect Black. Bro, what the are you doing committing crimes and writing about them? And then you want people to sign some petition so you don't get convicted for it? Like, how much sense does that make? How stupid do they think we are? Listen, people talk about all sorts of crazy shit when they rap or when they do any type of music. But my point is, when your songs correlate to actions, you stupid, what are you talking about, bro? Like, how can you sit there and not only incriminate yourself, and then when you get caught, you say it's an attack on fucking black folk, and it's an attack on music and freedom of speech? You told what you did. I just don't understand why people like Kevin. I don't understand. Listen, I do understand. It's because there is a level of monetization that is going on when it comes to the entertainment of young black men shooting and killing each other. It's a live action movie, right? It's a real life movie. That's why so many kids they gravitate towards that type of music. They gravitate towards that type of lifestyle, right? Because you cool, you fly, you want to be like Pop Smoke. Now, do you really want to be like Pop Smoke? 80% of the people that listen to that music do not. I mean, I can't defend this. I can't defend this. I cannot defend preaching ignorance. I cannot defend marketing death. Then you get caught, and then now you saying, oh, they're trying to crucify me because of the color of my skin, and you're trying to use these scapegoats about race and freedom of speech and music. And then you got grown ass idiot men like Kevin Lau who push this shit, who cry in front of the judge and act like Young Thug is some Tupac. Oh, y'all ain't beat him up or shot him yet. Y'all are soft. That's what the fuck you want to put your life on the line for, and your money on the line for, your reputation on the line for, is somebody who brags about their crimes on their songs, and then they get caught, and then they wonder why. Do not wonder why our kids shoot the shit out of each other during the summertime. Do not wonder why Chicago, Atlanta, Florida, New York, California are the way they are when it comes to gun violence in the inner cities. Do not wonder why. Listen, you could be a square. You could be a square, and you could rap about killing, murdering, whatever the you want, bro. It doesn't mean people are gonna come knocking down your door and arrest you. That's not the point. It's the fact that what you're saying is correlating to what is happening, you idiots. That's why your dumb ass is getting caught, because you telling on yourself melodically, and then it's free speech. Okay, well then you free to get investigated for what you just talked about, that correlates with a shooting that happened damn down the street. But then you want to, take a situation, an ongoing unfortunate situation when it comes to race, right? There's always been this issue with race that everybody's trying to get over, right? We're trying to find a way to kumbaya. But then we got idiots like this. How could you be black and you try to use the black card type shit like motherfuckers is coming after you when you're doing this shit to yourself, bro? Like, how can you say they're after black people when you after black people? If anything, you're with them. If anything, the people that Young Thug is sanctioning to get fucking shot, beat up, they're not white. They're not white, they're not Mexican. They're black. The violence that he inflicts on his enemies, those enemies are not any other color but black. So who's really causing the issues here? Who's really bringing and encouraging and spreading violence? The idea of violence, the idea of monetizing violence, the idea that what you can do is get a gun, get a gang, throw up some gang signs, you can make fucking money. What's more fucking deadly? Giving an idea like that. I got nephews. This is why this shit make me mad. I got nephews who don't know shit about gangbanging and they over here doing this shit like they know what the they doing. And then if they go outside and do that in the wrong side of town, it's a wrap. Because they're watching idiots like this. This is who they watch. They watch these dummies. Because they watch these dummies. And then when these dummies get caught, they're not, where's that gangster energy at? That shit gone. Now they're crucifying me. I'm a black man. Help me. I thought you was a gangster, bro. I thought that's what you do. Right? You was rapping about it, talking about it. So I guess you were living it too. All right then. So now why are we talking about people against you when you are rich as shit? Where there was no need for you to even be doing what you're doing. Hip hop is not under attack. If anything, we killing hip hop. Because motherfuckers out here just trying to get money. Well, you got the money. What else do you want, bro? What else do you want? What else do they want? Why has not Young Thug made a fucking school as opposed to a gang? Let alone a fight. There's plenty of record labels. Why do we not see any educational programs or extracurriculars? Why have I not seen like a bunch of kids that have graduated from college because he paid for it? And now they're in society being doctors and lawyers and whatever because he paid for it. Why don't I see shit like that? Or even other musicians who do more than just fucking rap about shooting other black men. To use this as a scapegoat is what makes me sick. That's what I really don't not only appreciate, but it shows you that these people don't give a about the community that they say they represent. I always use my music as a form of artistic expression. And now I see that black artists and rappers don't have that freedom. No, bro, you do not. Listen, you have the freedom to rap about shooting people. But if they found out you shot the people you wrote about, motherfucker, you going to jail, you fucking dummy. You going to jail. That's what happens. If you shoot somebody, you go to jail. Or if they catch you. But now if you shoot somebody and you put it on a damn song, why do I need to explain this? Sign the petition to protect me so I can talk about the violence that I inflict freely. That's all I hear. But like I said, for me, what makes me sick is that people like Kevin Liles who've been in the game for so long, bro. They've been in the game so long. They could be doing so much. They could be bringing up artists who could actually make a difference in this bro. Who actually are talented and they're not running around here trying to be rappers and gang lords all at the same damn time. But nah, we got grown men. This man is somebody's grandfather. He's somebody's grandfather protecting. That does not only does not represent hip hop, but it should not ever be the face of hip hop, bro. Hip hop has digressed. It has digressed. Kevin Lyle's teary-eyed testimony for Young Thug's freedom. I'm willing to back him personally and professionally. This is my thing, people. Let me show you why I take this so serious. I'm about to show you something that separates us from all genres of music, all cultures of people, and which is basically the main reason why that we are in this predicament that we see ourselves in as a people worldwide. Because I got nephews in other countries, I got family in other countries, and the young ones, they emulate this behavior, even all the way back there. So what you see dumbass Young Thug preaching or rapping about, these type of guys, what they rap about ripples through all of our kids that look like us, and then they emulate. Listen, I'm not here acting like I'm not a fucking angel. You know, I've had that time in my life where violence was not only a thing, but I glorified it. But I grew out of that, like most people do. You grow out of thinking like that and moving like that, and then you grow out of expressing your way that way. You grow out of that, especially if you're a real musician. Let me touch on that. A real musician does not have to talk about death all day. A real musician does music, and that music is not one dimensional. Right now, if I say Young Thug, it tells you everything about what type of music he delivers, what type of music he had, what type of vibe he's there to offer you. If I give you someone like Anderson .Paak, right? If I give you someone like J. Cole, there's multi dimensions, there's layers to artistry. But so my point is that these guys have never been, they're not artists, they're not musicians. These are gangsters who decided to do music. That's the difference. Because you don't see any progression in the artistry. It's the same. And then, like I said, it's like you would try so hard to get out of a shitty situation, i.e., living in the inner city, right? Majority of rappers that have come up, a lot of them didn't have nothing at first, and then they make millions and their life changes from night to day, right? They came from a Section 8 project, boom, they got millions. Obviously, it doesn't happen overnight, but essentially that's the spectrum. Rags to riches, right? Ideally, when you get that type of money, you want to get away from that atmosphere, which a lot of rappers, a lot of people do. But then when it comes to hip hop, the farther away you get away from that, the less appeal and the less hard and the less respected you are. So the more you're in the burbs, the more you're looked at as you soft. The closer your image is related and correlated to the streets, the harder you are. Which, like I said right there, boom, it's got nothing to do with artistry anymore. It's got nothing to do with music. So for the life of me, I don't understand how somebody could be the lucky one and fight their way out of those type of circumstances where, you know, living is slim. But then what do you do with all the millions of dollars? You go back and you fund and perpetuate and encourage the same behavior that you were trying to avoid. If anything, because now you can do it bigger because you got money to fund the bull. Young Thug got caught with like a pounds of meth. What the are you doing? You a millionaire and you got meth? What the is you doing? Bro, how is a millionaire? What is you doing with meth? Anyway, you a millionaire. What the you doing with meth? Oh, and a bunch of it. You running around here, you what you about to pitch that, bro? You about to double up and hit the block? Like, what the Instead, you could have been working on some kind of project. Instead, you could have been collaborating with hopefully the inner city communities to build or to do something. But now you run around with guns and fucking meth. Like, I've always wondered why he talked the way he does when he's just real. It's because these motherfuckers smoke meth, bro. They legit smoke that. That shit's crazy. Like, I don't even know when black people started smoking meth. I said, goddamn, we smoke. Y'all motherfuckers are smoking that shit? We never used to do that. We never used to do that. And we never did that, yo. And if you notice, out all this 20 minutes, listen, 19 minutes I've been talking thus far, I've yet to say anything about the buffoonery with the dressing and the dresses that Young Thug. And I don't care about all that shit. You can wear, you can do whatever you want. in regards to expressing yourself. I don't care. Do you? You want to wear a dress? Like, okay. But now when you say YSL and you say it's like young, successful life or whatever, but then after 5 o'clock or with someone else, it's young slime life, and that's let's even that go if you if that's what you want to do. But then when people understand that they have the ears to the streets and the ears to the kids, bro, it kills me. No pun intended. This is what I've realized. These cats, they take pride in how much influence that they have. Him knowing that he's responsible for killing or whatever, allegedly killing 4 or 5 people or having the hand in it, he takes pride in that shit because in his mind, he's like a fucking Scarface, right? Because he's got the millions now, but he's got his gang and blah, blah, blah. Listen, bro, do what you do. But now don't try to hide behind music, though. That's where you got us fucked up. Is that you killing our kids and you hiding behind the community and behind the music. That's when I I have I have no patience. I have no patience. Tell me what other genre of music. You tell me what other genre of music has this. Country music, do they have a list of murdered fucking musicians in it? Rock and roll. I know they got a list of motherfuckers who done died in rock and roll, overdose. But do they have a list of young men who 88% of them, 99% of them are under 30 years old that have been either shot and killed or stabbed? Do they have a list of young men who have been brutally, viciously murdered and attacked? These kids, this is not war. These dudes want to know war. This is all in the street. Tell me another genre of music or a group of people who are making money and taking majority of that money and making efforts to annihilate themselves and each other. What other genre of music does this? And I can almost guarantee you that all these people, this list that I'm showing you of people who've been shot and killed, rappers, it's in their music. It's in their fucking music. It's in their music. It's in their music. Not only do they talk about it, but then they glorify it. And then you say something else to diss somebody else, and then it perpetuates. It keeps going, ladies and gents. Hip hop is not under attack. There's no scary white man trying to take out hip hop. We are the ones taking out hip hop. It's like we're eating ourselves from the inside out, destroying ourselves, all for a bag of money. Because what we do understand is, let me break it down. What we do understand is, majority of people who consume hip hop are not black. So what does that tell you? That the chaos is the entertainment. Living vicariously through is the entertainment of hip hop, which is why people love taking the roller coaster ride of an artist's life through their music and then also through IG moments, right? And YouTube videos, whether it's a fight they've been into or whatever, whatever adventure. Got nothing to do with the music anymore. People like Kendrick and J. Cole are trying, but then they are battling this current and this wave of costume rappers that have been customized and put together like a Build-A-Bear. Like, these 6ix9ines where they come in these costumes and then people fall for the bullshit. They pay for it. Because this is my thing. When it comes to that law about protecting the artist's lyrics, we cannot use that as a scapegoat when your lyrics are indicting yourself. Like, you can't indict yourself in your lyrics and then say, hey, don't use this against me. It's my artistry. No. Why are you talking about things? Number one, why are you committing crimes? Number two, why are you committing crimes and talking about them in your music? Because now this is a trend. What we've realized is that Jacksonville, Mississippi rappers, they're making music videos about real murders, right? They're talking about their victims. They're talking about the victims' family members. They're keeping kill counts on how many kills this side has got, how many kills this side has got. depicting real murders that are taking place in Jacksonville, which are they're fueling the fire in the community. The music videos give details about horrific crimes and the heartbroken mothers who are still waiting for arrest or trials for their sons' murders. So while they wait for justice, the music videos, coming mostly from two rival rap groups in Jacksonville, have gained popularity across the country. Y'all have heard that one, Who I Smoke? People like Vanessa Carlton, who they take the check knowing that the song is talking about murder, Who I Smoke. But Vanessa Carlton, yeah, you can use it as a sample. No worries. No worries. No worries. Hip hop is not under attack. Hip hop is not under attack, yo. YNW Melly, right now, facing the death penalty. How many musicians you know? What genre of music you know with artists facing death penalty? C Murder, been in prison for the longest. Boosie was facing yo, how many artists? How many? This is sick. This is sick. Why? What makes me even more sick is that these ideas of stopping, of trying to stop this, whether people are going to pay more attention to lyrics or what have you, it's not coming from the black community. It's coming from the law, the feds, or whatever the fuck. It should be coming from us trying to protect us. Why do we continue and encourage this? Chicago is a fucking zoo, and the music is the fuel to that fire. I don't feel for people like Young Thug, where not only do you have a chance to change things, but you go and perpetuate and encourage the same shit that you was trying to get out of, right? The same shit that probably got a lot of your friends killed. I have no respect for that. And I have no respect for people like Kevin Liles who try to stick up for shit and using this as a scapegoat when we know there's real issues at hand that we need to be addressing when it comes to the race issue, right? There's other issues could be addressed. But then when we got idiots like this who try to play that card, it doesn't help relations. It doesn't help. It doesn't help us come to a place of compromise because they probably looking at us going, bro, y'all, your fucking celebrities are literally shooting and killing each other. And then my kid now wants to be a gangster because of your fucking celebrity musicians. No one wants to work out when we're not working on our own. We have to be able to work on ourselves, self-analyze, and we rectify these things. It should be a PSA, it should be a calling within us as a black, dark-skinned community going, yo, it's about time for us to stop monetizing death with our fucking music. It's about time to take back artist integrity, real art. I'm not saying art doesn't have to reflect life. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that art doesn't have to reflect death and push nothing but death. The forefront of hip hop music is not positive. The forefront of hip hop music have my little nephews and they got my little nephews throwing up gang signs that they have no idea what the they mean, or whether you think you in it. And it starts with people like Kevin Liles who are cutting the checks and signing the Young Thugs. And then it also starts with the Young Thugs who have the responsibility. With great power comes responsibility, not trying to play fucking Scarface. And that's why the hip hop culture is the way it is. That's why our kids the way they are. That's why all of our kids running around talking about nigga this, nigga that, is because they got these fucking idiots up here saying the same and getting paid for it. Hip hop is not under attack. Do not be fooled by these idiots. And they do not represent me. We are not the same. We might look the same, but we're not the same.